What's going on, everybody? Graydon here, LPM channel. We got a fun week today. We got Donnie in the building. What's going on, buddy?
It's going good. Yourself?
I'm good. I'm excited that we get to open up some boxes here of a new product. What are we doing today? You tell us.
Well, I bought 2 boxes of the new annual that just released. This is my second annual box I'll ever be opening. Like, I've never opened. I opened last year's annual, and it was by total accident. I won it on like a Whatnot stream.
Cool.
And it did like a little spin the wheel, and I got it, and that was the only box I've ever opened of annual. So it's gonna be fun to see what's inside these for sure.
So before we open up, let's just chat a little bit. You know, I want to talk about collecting. How did you get started collecting? What's your story?
All right. So I started collecting. I have a little brother. He's my little brother-in-law.
Yeah.
So it's my wife's little brother. He was around 9 years old when I met him when he was like 12, but 9 years old when we started having a bond of going to the movies and watching all these Marvel movies. The day it came out, I would have to ask permission, like, hey, we're gonna stay out till 12 to watch the movie, be the first ones. So we would do that, and as time went by, he'd always say, hey, do you know this comic, or did you ever have this comic, his first appearance? And I would always tell him, like, oh yeah, I used to have that book. Oh yeah, I used to have that. And so he started wanting comic books for, Christmas, his birthday.
Yeah.
And so as that went on, I started collecting. I started getting into it with him. And now I'm like all the way in, and he's like still there, but not as much as I am right now,
It's funny how the collecting bug can kind of get you.
Oh man, it gets you for sure. And so I started collecting comic books though. With Marvel cards, I was watching Spidey Hits channel, and when it was like Spidey G09 before, and I would always watch, but I never got into collecting the Marvel cards. I would pick up like the 90 sets and stuff, like as I seen them out, because I do a lot of yard sales, estate sales to find comics.
Cool.
And so when I seen his, I would just watch, and I would just do research on sets, because I didn't want to. I made a couple mistakes going into comics when I first started off, and I didn't want to make the same mistakes. So I did all my research as much as possible to understand all these different sets, what inserts are worth what characters. Because it's a big difference between comics and Marvel cards.
It really is, and I love that we're having this conversation, because I love comics as well. I think the comic art is where all of this comes from. There wouldn't be Marvel cards without comic art.
Oh yeah.
So it's important to know, and it's really cool. So you have a rather large Instagram following. I'll make sure in the description that I have your Instagram where people can find you, and highly recommend you follow along with Donnie's account. Super cool. Why don't you talk to us about what you do on Instagram with comics?
So with Instagram, it was mostly just to be able to display books that I love, just different art. And as it went on, I went on there to pretty much buy comics too, because I heard that, they have live sales. So I started doing, going on these live sales, buying comics. And then as I got into it, like you said, that rabbit hole, I just went in all the way. So I started buying collections of comics, and so I started doing live sales. Some guy, I popped in on his live sale, and he's like, hey, do you want to hop in and sell some books? And I was like, all right, I'll try it. I was insecure to do that live sale before. I don't know how this works, but I hopped in, and I loved it. Just to be able to chat with everybody, and you become closer with the community, and have people there to if they're looking for a certain book, to be able to help them get that book, to fill their runs, to be able to, a book they haven't found. So as I started collecting, I started getting more into what is a newsstand? What are these variants? What is this mail away? And I'm pretty sure everybody on here knows Manu. I like to compare myself with him, because me and him talk often, and he collects the way I do. So I collect newsstands, double covers. I may go a little more overboard than him. He has really good discipline to stick in his niche. He loves Spider-Man, Web Spider-Man #1. He's Spawn, he knows what books he wants. Me, I could drift off real easily. Like you get me into the pre-code horror, then I'll get into Iron Man, then go back to X-Men, and like that's the difference between Marvel cards, you know, because Marvel cards, I see there's character collectors, which is what I'm trying to do, but with comics there's no such thing as character. Like I've never met anybody that did. Yeah, they would collect the run of a certain thing, you know, X-Men and stuff, but I never found somebody that, hey, I want to get this book because there's a panel in this book of Sabretooth.
Right. You know, it's so interesting you say that, because I just had Manu on as a guest, and I started collecting comics, strictly character collecting them. And so I've been collecting covers that have Sabretooth on it, and then I ended up getting a couple of Wolverine books just because I like them. But I love being able to just collect what I like in comics and not really have a whole... Not really having a strategy, I guess. Just literally buy a comic if I like it, and I like them graded. I like them slabbed, and that's
Yeah, no, for sure. And the grading that's the other thing too. It kind of falls over into cards, because grading, there's those people that love grading, people that hate grading, you know. And me, I love grading books as I got more into it. So I've been collecting comics for 2 years now. And I started pressing my own books, cleaning my own books, and grading my own books.
Nice.
As you build that following, like on Instagram, people know me when they go on my live sales, because I do live sales kind of regularly.
Yeah.
They know, like, I want high grade. Like, if it has 3 spine ticks, it's not going to be in my collection. I'm not going to even sell it. You know, like, I try to just get the high grade and be able to help these people find their high grade books that they're looking for.
I love it.
With Marvel cards, so how it got me into that was Spidey Hits. Like I said, I was just watching, doing research, and I finally tipped my toe in it, and that was 6 months ago, and I am like hooked on it. Like,
it's so much fun. It's so
much fun, man. It's way different. I needed a break from comics. It was just getting too overwhelming, and you know, it's just too much stuff. And I said, you know, I'm gonna take a break. And it's been around 8 months that I took a break from comics and going all in on cards, and it's kind of, comics is here and cards is like right here now.
Creeping
like
up.
So close.
I think so. Something that we've been focusing a little bit on the show about is trying to acknowledge that there are a lot of people coming into the hobby right now, and it's great. Everyone who's been coming in is starting to find exactly what you're saying. They're like, wow, this is a lot of fun. Well, this is a lot of fun. This is getting ridiculous. You know what I mean? Yeah. The fun level just keeps rising. And I really want to speak to those collectors who are entering the hobby and have been in here for a year or under. There's so much to learn. It's so much fun. And like, welcome to the great hobby. This is a ton of fun. This is a great place to do it. Why don't we spin your camera around and show them what you're going to open today and your setup that you got going on right now?
Okay. Give me a sec. Let's see.
Yeah, take your time, no problem. And yeah, we're gonna open up 2 boxes of Marvel Annual. So Annual's come out recently. It's just dropped like in the last couple of days. Annual has some cool inserts. This is a big set. Like, you know, Annual kind of gives it away that it comes out every year, but this is a fun one for set collectors to collect. It's really cool. I'm gonna change this up so you guys can see the card table here.
Yeah, let me just rearrange this camera here.
Look at all those Sabretooth comics. I love it.
In honor of you today, I pretty much had all the Sabretooth comics I had, and just like this one here, X-Men 213, that's signed by Chris Claremont.
Oh, wow.
Some of the Jim Lee art right there. I really do love this Wolverine over here, Wolverine 41. Sabretooth just looks way bigger than Wolverine, and I love that. That's my favorite part, is when you see Sabretooth just like standing on top, you know, like he looks 10 feet taller, and then you have Wolverine just short over here.
Absolutely.
I love
that comic on the right there, I love that comic on your far right. So this one, there's actually a card that comes with this comic.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Do you have the card?
I don't have it in this one, but I do have the card. I don't have it in the book here. No. Yeah, I don't have it in the back, but I do have the card that comes with it. It's a beautiful book, man. Look at the art.
And so you were saying, so this is a wraparound cover. The Sabretooth on the other side, I mean, is in my top 5 favorite images of Sabretooth.
Oh, is that right? Nice. Yeah. It's a great Sabretooth for sure.
It really is. So, so what do you tell us? Well, who are you collecting? Who's your character collecting Marvel cards?
So, I'm gonna go against some people here. I love Wolverine. Wolverine is my favorite character.
Yeah.
But when
it's weird. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, it's really, you know, I like to go with things that not many people like, you know.
That's right.
But yeah, I love Wolverine. As I said, I started 6 months, 7 months of collecting cards now, and I went 5 cards deep into Wolverine, and I quickly learned that I said, okay, I can't collect Wolverine because the cards I want are just either impossible to find or just crazy expensive.
That's right.
So I ended up going with my second favorite, which is Iron Man, which I could relate more to Iron Man, like his backstory, and I just love his backstory. But I also Wolverine. Since I was a kid, you know, that was my dad's favorite, and that's, you know, you want to be like your dad too. Like, no, that's my favorite too. And then as you go on reading the books and understanding who he is, you know, a lot of pain in there, a lot of that.
I love that you're collecting someone also that isn't a mutant. Like when you like enjoy X-Men and you're like, oh, Wolverine's an amazing mutant character. It's really interesting to switch so who you're going to collect, and now you're collecting someone that doesn't have a mutant power.
And that's why I kind of, well, Iron Man's already my second favorite regardless. You know, it's Wolverine, then Iron Man, then Daredevil. But that's kind of why I was glad that at least it's different, you know. So I could go to Flare Ultra Avengers, and of course you'll probably still pull Wolverine out of there, but at least I have the Iron Man part. And then if I go to X-Men, I'm still gonna collect Wolverine, but that's just gonna be a card here and there, you know. It's not gonna be like where I collect the whole rainbow of this Iron Man here. And this is like my first rainbow. I kind of this is the first rainbow that I was able, of course without the 1 of 1.
Yeah.
But this is
beautiful.
First rainbow I was completed.
Nicely done, my friend.
And then this is the out of 11. This is from the Finding Unicorn, Avengers 60th. So
what a great character to collect. Good for you, man.
Oh, thank you.
I'm thrilled to see that this is where the direction you're headed with it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I also want to mention, so when I break cards, I like to have a display all set up. Like I spend a lot of time getting my display set up, and I can tell that you did too. I love that. I think that it's so cool. Your setup here looks amazing. I'm like really down.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I definitely feel like you need to have a setup because I don't want to just see a table. You know, I want to see somebody's personal collection or something.
Yeah, you got to have a bit of a setup. So speaking of which, let's get into these Marvel annual boxes. Let's see what we got going on.
All right, how does that look right there so we can see?
You look perfect. When you break the cards, we'll hold them up to the camera too. We'll see what we get.
Yep, got you. Left or right?
Let's start with the left.
Alrighty.
So I've seen a couple Sabretooth cards that have come out of here. I like the art. I think some of the cards look really cool. Some of the comic images from other characters are really good. The Spider-Man is really good in this set.
Yeah, I did see the Iron Man, and I'm really happy to see that it's Alex Ross.
Nice.
I'm a pretty big fan of Alex Ross, and the image is a pretty great one. He just does mirror reflection, chrome so well. Like, he's just an amazing artist. One thing I am surprised to see, though, that the comic artists don't really cross over into the Marvel cards. Like, I heard some people the other day, it was just 2 days ago, they asked who Art Germ was, and I was like, what? Like, that's crazy. Like, Art Germ is one of the biggest Marvel comic. Yeah, he does the comics. And he does all those covers just so wow. Like, he's wow now, you know?
It's interesting. I think that a lot of people who are involved in Marvel cards are slowly learning how small Marvel cards are in the scheme of comics. Yeah. Like if comics were Jupiter, Marvel cards are, you know, Mercury. It's
that part.
It's a very small niche hobby.
Yeah, that is crazy. But like I said, I've been watching, you know, on the sidelines, I'm trying to understand, like Platinum that just came, you know, it's a great set, and I got in with Fausto, and I just want to shout out to Fausto. He's such a great guy right here. This Dan Dos Santos, That's his business card. Fausto gave me that, and to get started and stuff. And he's just an amazing guy, man.
Yeah, he's all right. He's okay.
If you guys ain't following him, go follow him. But he's all right. He's all right.
Yeah, he's an all right guy. Yeah, you definitely. Yeah, Fausto is an amazing collector. To point it out, Fausto's one of the most, if not the most important Marvel card collector. He knows the history. He's been around for so long, and he's an ambassador of the hobby.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, so I'm gonna move the box out the way. I was gonna leave it. But I guess we'll move that out.
No, you're good. And we'll start tearing some packs here. So yeah, this is exciting. Let's see what's in annual.
All right, let's go. So we'll start from here. I know these ones were pretty hard to open from the videos I was seeing on Whatnot and everything. So we'll see what while they open up here.
Is this your first box you've opened?
Of annual?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right on. Well, thank you so much for sharing it with us. Everyone watching this, you got to go follow Donnie on Instagram. His first box break. We're doing it here, and this is really fun. I love it. I love seeing a new product get opened.
Oh yeah, me too.
There's so many people that vicariously live through these videos. Like, you get to see so much of a product get ripped apart by watching these videos instead of having to go do it yourself. So it's in a way, it's a service to the community.
Oh yeah. So we got Nick Fury here. How does that look right there?
You're perfect. You're absolutely perfect.
Mr. Sinister.
So it's the fourth card's the hit card, I think.
Okay.
Oh no, there we go. Third card.
Third card. Okay, number one
Nice.
spot.
I like this insert.
Yeah, I've seen another insert. Hopefully we'll pull one that I really liked in here too.
Yeah, sure we will.
Number one spots. Oh no, there it is. Okay.
Nice.
We do have a silver.
Those are numbered?
Boom, boom. These ones, I don't believe they are. Yeah, I think it's just the golds.
Okay.
So we do have that one, and we have Shang-Chi.
Nice.
And you know what? I will say, from the last box I opened of annual, I really do like the card stock on these. It feels like a heavier card, and it feels like, it feels just a lot more value is put into making these cards than the other way around.
I'm a huge fan of thin stock. Huge fan. I hate thick card stock.
Oh, you like thin?
My preference is always this like 35 to 55 point card stock.
Yeah.
The larger cards, they're great. They're really cool. You have 8 corners to get damaged instead of 4. They don't fit in binders very well. They're a pain in the butt. They're a pain in the butt.
I know what you mean though. Like I did like the thicker cards in the beginning. There we go. Kind of have the camera in front, so I'm sorry if I'm not reading out the names.
No, you're good. I'll read it. But that's a card right there.
Yeah, that is a nice card right there.
I like that Jim Lee suit on Wolverine. Those colors really work for me.
Midnight Suns. Yep, my favorite suit is definitely the brown suit.
Yeah.
So that's Midnight Suns.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, wow.
And it's the variant
cover
too.
On yours. So that is your card right there.
Thank you. And man, that's really nice of you.
No problem. Oh, wow. They did a really good job on this Sabretooth, huh?
It is. It's a nice card. And it's a canvas-looking card, the variants this year as well. Thank you. That's really nice of you. That's great. I love that you're still
No problem. And then we also got Miss Marvel here.
Nice. So annual's a fun set to have in a binder. It's a fun rip, but it's a great one to have in a binder, especially if you open a bit of product. You'll for sure get a base set, and you'll get enough of the inserts that you can pick through and buy the ones individually that you're missing. This is a cool one to make a choice about what insert you go after.
Yeah, for sure. It's good. I know you like to collect the whole complete set, correct?
I like having sets. Yeah, when I started collecting again after my childhood, I started to collect base sets and put them together, and I love having sets in my house. It reminds me of being a kid.
Set of every one, and I don't need every Iron Man card.
Yeah,
that may change in time, but right
Starting
now.
out, you start out slow. Like start, maybe you'll pull a bunch here, and you'll be like that'll like fulfill your desire to have some cards for a while. You don't have to go all in all at once.
Yeah, for sure. Like I just try to stick to just Iron Man cards, and I honestly only numbered cards or SSPs right now.
I'll go through my stuff. I don't have anybody who's a friend of mine that collects Iron Man, so I'll start a pile.
All right, sounds good. Look at this. I actually got this comic last year too.
Cool.
A lot of first appearances in this one right here.
Oh, we got an insert of that.
Ooh, wow.
Good. Very nice.
Really nice, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So great. Let's see. Let's take a look at the back here. We also got Phantom here.
Nice.
So let's go ahead and put this one here. So why Sabretooth for you?
Why Sabretooth? It's a good question. So I live in Northern Canada. I live in Northern Alberta. And like what you just did there, you picked up that Venom card and you turned it around and you read the back of it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And the first Sabretooth card I ever picked up when I was a young person, I turned it over and looked, and it said he was born in Edmonton, Alberta.
Oh,
so
wow.
He's, everyone here plays hockey and is really into hockey. And I started collecting the hometown hero, I guess, the Sabretooth guy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. The villains just do it for me. I don't really collect superheroes so much. I like that Sabretooth is involved in so many battles. He's kind of he's like the litmus test of fighting. So every cool character in Marvel seems to have some battle with Sabretooth at some point.
Yeah.
I like that about it.
And he has a great art gallery too.
He's an amazing variety of artists have worked on Sabretooth cards. And I like the suit. I like the size of him. I like the hair. I like the white eyes. Sabretooth has white eyes. He doesn't have pupils. It's cool.
Yeah, that is true. That's one thing I wish they would just do more animated shows. Now we have X-Men 97, but before that we never, like, all the kids that were growing up, they didn't really have like the X-Men show like we had growing up to be able to understand these characters,
Yeah, exactly. So now that X-Men 97's out, I think there's a new revitalized intro. Oh my god, you hit an auto.
Let's see who it is. Oh wow, nice.
Congratulations. That is a great card to hit.
It is. Love the comic cover too. I think I have this comic, so I'll probably put it together with it.
Wow, you put that one in the sleeve. That was a good post.
Yes, for sure. So
I'm not sure how many autos are in a case, but I gotta believe that's like somewhat a case hit.
Okay. And I've been seeing a couple of boxes open last night actually, and I seen like 3 people pull autos, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, I don't know if they're trying to lean more towards like platinum, where a little more autos and better chances of hitting something.
Right.
And what are your thoughts on platinum? Did you are you collecting the full rainbow of Sabretooth, or?
I am definitely not collecting the full rainbow of Sabretooth because it's just too big. My thoughts on platinum: I really enjoyed platinum. I think I love being part of a first set. That was really. I enjoyed platinum. It's not my favorite. I'll definitely say out of the gate, it's not my favorite. I enjoy a lot of the art. It's just such a big set. It's a little bit daunting for me to really feel as though I have a really good foot in the game on that one. I collected like 18 cards out of it, and I'm very happy with it. I enjoyed participating in like the case breaks and openings, but platinum for me, I think I'll go down as being a fun one, but not a landmark one for me.
I feel the same way. I got in on 2 character case breaks. Cool. One of them was with Fausto and Matt and Alonzo. Yeah. And they pulled me out of 33 Iron Man.
Nice.
And I was really happy to get it. And
I was on that stream. I remember that. I hit a card out of that too.
Something about platinum, it just didn't. I don't know.
No, I think
It's a great set. It's just
a lot of people feel that way.
oh, that's cool. Top teams.
Nice.
Star brand, and that is a canvas.
Cool.
That one there. Maria Hill. Oh, that is pretty cool. All right, let's see. And so let me ask you this. What is your, if you were to have to collect one set for the rest of your life, what set would that be?
What's my favorite set, I guess you're asking?
Yeah, pretty much, you know.
What's my favorite
But
set?
I don't know, because, yeah, it wouldn't be that question.
I'll answer it in two ways. So my favorite series of Marvel cards is Marvel Masterpieces.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoy Marvel Masterpieces. I think that they're the best product that Marvel's ever put out. As far as my favorite set within Masterpieces, I like the 1996 Marvel Masterpieces by Boris and Julie Bell. That set for vintage really, really does it for me. I love the modern Masterpieces. I think that they're amazing. I like Joe Jusko's set. I think they're the Masterpieces is really where my enthusiasm is at.
Oh, this is the one I was actually talking about. I love this insert. I just love the gold border.
Looks great. I love gold on cards. Never gets old.
Never. So we got that one there. Miss Marvel.
Looks like a canvas card.
Yep, canvas. Blackheart.
Nice.
Shatterstar.
You know, it's nice. I like getting to have conversation with collectors while they're opening up cards. Like having conversation over top of you opening packs is fun. You know, as far as sets that are like favorites of mine to like keep collecting and keep going, that's part of the reason I collect sets is because having an encyclopedia of all of these, like having them in binders and getting to enjoy them, and like it's all fun. It's nice being able to flip through. And what I mean is that my favorite set changes a lot. Like I go through those binders on a Friday night and I'm like, oh man, I forgot about Marvel Oasis. Oasis is one of my favorite sets that I forget about. It's by the Hildebrandt brothers. A lot of people don't know that it's a really cool one.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Sets today have too many inserts for me. I like when there was like 3 inserts to chase or 2 inserts to chase, but yeah.
Tell me about it. You know, getting into it, I was trying to rainbow. I said, okay, I'm going to start my first rainbow. And I started with
keep pulling cards while you're telling me stuff.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, no problem. And I started collecting Allure, and I started to rainbow that Iron Man. Here's a nice Spidey hit.
Yeah.
Spidey hit. All right. And then, so I started off with Allure. Platinum, it was pretty much the same thing. Oh, here's something. Let's take a look.
That's a sticker.
Yeah, I love these backscatters, right?
Sweet.
A great blade, too. I like that. It's a great run.
Yeah.
In the comics. And then we have Moon Knight.
Nice. I've collected a lot of autos, Sabretooth autos from actors. And I really like having the Tyler Mane autos and the Liv Schreiber autos. Autographs are part of the game.
What was that?
Autographs are a big part of card collecting today.
Oh, yeah. You know, I was having a conversation with Bearded, and we were talking about how he was wondering, we were talking about grails and stuff like that, and he was wondering if the sports people have the same thing, where do they have to wait a couple of years to be able to get this card, or hope they find it?
Right.
And I was telling him, I said, I don't think so, though, because with sports cards, they see it as a investment, and they wait. We don't have to wait for this person to score 50 points and then sell this card and then it goes up, you know?
Right.
The Marvel cards, of course, they're going to fluctuate. But they do have a solid base of understanding of, okay, these base cards are going to sell for this. and out of 25, should sell for this, you know.
It's nice that it's nice that the prices do come down after opening. Like after an e-pack release, prices tend to come down so that people who wanted to put together a set with their kids or in a way more affordable market can still have access.
For sure. Yeah.
People often wonder today why there aren't more young people involved in marble card collecting, and it's because it's too expensive. There's no mystery around it. It's because it's too expensive.
Yeah, and there's no way to like, oh, here, back in the day, you know, we used to buy packs. Now you can't buy packs, you know.
That's
so,
right. And if you can buy packs, you probably shouldn't, because people have gone through not buying cards.
Exactly.
Word to the wise. So what's your favorite set so far in your marble card journey? What's been the one that's been a surprise to you of how much you liked it?
Oh wow, that's cool.
That's a great card.
That's a lenticular.
Oh, those are so neat. And you got a great one. That's Miles Morales.
Yeah, that is a great one. I know there's some SPs or SSPs.
Short prints.
Let's see, short prints. I don't know. Number 11. No, I think this is just a regular one. That's a great one.
That is a great one.
So I would have to say I found love with Black Diamond.
Cool.
And so I kind of separate the two. Like I have MCU, and then I have like, you know, comic version, drawings, the art. So Black Diamond is definitely one of the ones I really love. But I guess my Grail card right now, it kind of comes out of two sets. I have two different Grails I'm hoping to get one day. And that's the Gems.
Cool.
The Iron Man from Gems. And I love the Flare Retro.
Yeah.
2015, 13, either one. Like.
So I'm so glad to hear you say that, because those are sets that are really important to Marvel.
Oh yeah,
those are really important to Marvel cards. Oh, that's a good Mystique. I like that Mystique a lot.
Yes, this is Art Gem actually.
And there you go, the variant one. Yeah, it's awesome. Mystique was a character I was going to collect. Before I decided on Sabretooth like full-heartedly, I strongly considered collecting Mystique.
That's so. You don't have like a female you
know what's funny is that I don't have a female character that I collect right now. I collect Sabretooth, and I collect his son Graydon Creed. I am so focused on Sabretooth stuff. Like I've put together with Fausto, for the most part, a master collection of Sabretooth stuff. I haven't shown a whole lot of my collection other than the bit that's on Instagram, but I've worked pretty hard at filling it up, and it's consumed all my collecting. But as I get to the end of when I say the end, where I have pretty much what I was after, I will be adding another character to my collection. And it's a female character. I don't know how hard I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna give it an attempt.
Nice.
I'm excited to do it, and I'm gonna collect that character because it reminds me of my wife.
Oh man, that's same thing for me.
I asked my wife if she wanted to collect that character, and she said, absolutely not. I have no interest in collecting with you. So I guess I'm going to do it.
That's fun.
And I think a lot of us can relate to the hobby where, like, it's some of our wives are not interested in our hobby.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I will give my wife, though, is she actually loves watching the movies.
Oh, awesome. Same with mine, actually.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah. The other day, she surprised me because we have we're expecting a baby in August.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We have 2 daughters, and finally got the boy. So
oh, wow.
Hopefully I'll be taking him to the comic shop one day. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, the other day.
Man, your house full of kids and cards and comics.
Yeah. The other day she's like, hey, let's start the MCU and start it from the beginning. And I was like, what?
There you go. Base Saber.
There we go. Hey, you got 2 right there.
I don't need to collect any of this. You're going to do it all for me.
Oh, today. Yeah. See, you don't need that. That's what friends are for, I do it all for you.
This is a cool set. This is fun. We're having fun here. So something that a lot of character collectors love about Marvel Annual, and there's some people that like it for different reasons, but there are printing plates in this. So the printing plates are a big deal in annual. They make it really accessible. They always pump out a lot of them because there's a variant cover one and there's a base one. And you know, it makes it really accessible for character collectors that there's going to be 8 plates per character. I think that's really cool.
That is pretty cool. And you know, I kind of noticed that with I really like Allegiance. I know a lot of people.
Yeah, Allegiance was a great set.
Yeah, it's a great set. I was looking at the achievements, and there's like a ton of printing plates for the achievements. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. At least, you know, you get the whole 4 set. You know, you don't have to be searching for all of them.
That's right. Right.
And I literally just waited for people to complete them and put them on eBay. And I was doing the math. I'm like, you're literally talking about hundreds of dollars, and I bought the achievement for $30. Like,
yeah,
you would have had to spend hundreds of dollars to be able to get that achievement. It just don't make sense to me.
You know, that's why I say it's a hobby within the hobby, because people who chase the e-pack game like really enjoy the hunt, and that's part of their hobby. And like, I love it, and we need people to do that. This is a funny card. Why are her eyes glowing?
Yeah, you know,
it's Mary Jane Watson. You know, why are her eyes glowing?
Oh, that's a great one too. Alonzo would probably love that.
That's a cool card. That's a cool Black Panther. Annual does a good job of having good base cards.
All right, let's see. We have 3 packs left. You know, I'm sorry I'm taking forever.
No, they're your boxes, and you should enjoy it your way.
I know. I get caught up in the conversation, and I'm like, I keep on going. Like Manu says, I'm gonna start going into my. He goes into little things, but I'm the same way. Once I start talking, and especially, you know, we're all passionate about this hobby, so like when we start talking about this stuff, like. We just start to show that this is the one I've seen.
Look at that card. That's great. That was the insert you liked too.
Yeah, this is the insert. This is the one I seen yesterday. I was like, wow, that's a great card right there. Even though I'm not a Ghost Rider collector, but I love that card.
No, I'm not a Ghost Rider collector either, but man, do I appreciate the Ghost Rider art. There's some really good ones out there.
Yes, for sure.
Cool Thing variant.
Yep, this is the canvas. Sam Wilson and Phoenix.
Nice. 2 packs left. There's something to be said about opening up boxes. Like, it is fun collecting like from the secondary market, but opening boxes is really, really fun. Yeah. And you know, there's a price point to some of these cards. These are affordable. These are nice for people that want to just rip boxes.
For sure. You know, the other day we opened a Disney box, the Cosmos, the new one,
fun,
and with my daughters, and man, did we have fun, man.
Great.
That literally will go down as a day of just, I will never forget that day. My daughters were so excited for to hit a numbered card. Like, I've never seen them like that, and they were just having some fun, man.
There's a good Ghost Rider.
Great. Yeah, beautiful.
You got some good Ghost Rider collection started if you do decide.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And Daredevil, nice.
Very cool.
Spider-Man in the background. So, do you have any kids?
I do not have kids yet. Kids are on the agenda, but nice. That's coming up a little bit later for us.
Oh, that's good, though. That's good.
Last pack. Here we go. Last pack.
Pack magic. Let's go.
You guys enjoy this stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're building a channel, and I want you all to be a part of it.
Yeah, make sure you like and follow, subscribe on his Instagram and everything. He does some great content. And I'm glad you started doing content, because I started like running out of stuff to watch.
That's actually why I started making content.
I really did.
I ran out of stuff to watch. So, you know what? We need more.
It is. What would be one of your favorite movies that you've watched?
Oof, my favorite movies are definitely the X-Men movies. So for myself in collecting and like in movies and all that, I'm very X-Men centric. I love everything about the X-Men cartoons. I love the movies. So the very first X-Men movie, I know that it's not a popular one with a lot of people, But for me, that just started everything. That started Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, Patrick Stewart as Professor X. It just laid everything out so perfectly, and it was that I'm gonna say that that's my favorite one, is the first X-Men movie.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm with you on that. I really love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and I just don't see how we could have had anybody else play him. You know?
Yeah.
It's just, and that's also nostalgia. You know, for me, seeing that. My dad liked Hugh Jackman, and all of that just kind of just plays a factor in on liking which movies, you know.
Totally.
So are you a fan? Which Spider-Man movies are you a fan of? The Tom Holland or the?
I don't want to age myself in a way. Like the first Spider-Man movies, I really did like. I like all of the Spider-Man movies. I am gonna kind of say that I like Tom Holland, I think, the most, but more so because I like the actor. You know, I like him as a watch collector. We were talking about watches and stuff earlier, right? I just like him as an actor. And so I'm going to go with that. But I'm not a big Spider-Man person. I'm not a big Spider-Verse person. Hey, there's your Iron Man. Right on.
Yep, there it is.
That's great. I'm so glad you got to pull a card of your own. I'm not a big Spider-Man person, but I do love the 90s cartoon Spider-Man. That I still watch that cartoon on Saturday mornings, and I'm really hoping they do a reboot of it.
Yeah, it's a great show, man. I love when they did the crossover, and then you have, I seen. I don't want to say too much, but like the new X-Men 97, they're doing an amazing job on it, man. It's just
a lot of people are loving it. I mean, to get that many people who are kind of, let's say, really picky about their comics and their collecting and their comic book superheroes, really impressive how many people are interested in the show.
Oh yeah,
the X-Men franchise is just amazing.
Yeah, they're doing a great job with that. So,
who's your sorry, this is actually a big question. In X-Men 97, which character is the most similar to the original cartoon for you?
Okay, let's see. I would have to say Storm.
Excellent answer. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you said that. You're so right. I was thinking about it yesterday. Storm is like, they nailed it. Perfect.
For sure.
I think Jubilee is a close second. I think the Jubilee
close
character.
Second. Yep, for sure.
I'm not thrilled about the Wolverine character. I'm going to be entirely
honest. I know.
Okay,
seems
so
like a whole different person, man.
Okay, thank you. I told somebody this the other day, and they called me crazy. They're like, "What are you talking about?" Oh, there's a great one to add, dude. You got to collect this insert set. You're gonna have all of them. This
is a great card right there, Magneto.
So the Magneto character is a bit different. In that. Give me 1 sec. The doorbell just.
Oh no problem.
Yeah, the Magneto character in 97. It's different. Magneto's definitely way more of a central role, but I love it. I love seeing Magneto kind of take the reins and take over that franchise.
Yeah, no, for sure. They did a really good job. I feel like because the stories, they're doing some iconic stories.
Yeah.
I feel like they're a little rushed, but also I felt like they had no choice because they didn't know if they're going to get any further than 2 seasons,
You're so right. So glad you made that point, actually, because I was sitting on the couch watching the last episode yesterday. I think we just lost them, but one. And we were saying that the X-Men 97, they did have to rush through because they didn't know about the seasons. I was sitting on the couch watching it, and I was just wondering, like, why is this coming at us so quick? Like, why every episode is there some land-breaking character conclusion? And then so what you just said makes a lot of sense. I appreciate that point.
No, for sure. Yeah, because I can't lie, like, I'm really happy with animation. Mr. Sinister, the way they're doing him.
Yeah.
But like I said, they didn't know if they're going to get after 2 seasons, and now it's looking like they might get a 3rd season, but we don't know if they're trying to connect this to the main MCU or any of that. So
I
I'm
would
gonna
say it's a
take it as it
guarantee
is.
we're going to see multiple seasons of this one. I don't see people losing interest. I know that people are really into it.
Yeah, I wish they would have threw in a couple more filler episodes.
Yeah,
Just a little backstory. It didn't have to be nothing crazy, but just
I agree.
rely more on the story instead of the animation. Like, you didn't have to give us a lot of action, but
Yeah.
a little
And we
better.
still haven't had a Sabretooth appearance. Oh, we got another sticker. There you go.
Yeah, we have not got a Sabretooth appearance besides him doing who was it? What's his name? Oh, there's a nice one. Beautiful card.
Very nice.
Morph when he turns into Sabretooth.
Yes, that's right.
Yes. When I
Good.
seen that, I was like, oh wow, that's cool.
Good point.
I really loved how many times they use different like Psylocke in there and all that. Like, I thought that was pretty good use.
So the Morph character is way different, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
Like way different, but it works.
it does work. It does.
You know what I mean? That was definitely I didn't like the original Morph. In the original series, Morph like wasn't a character that really did it for me. And now like I definitely relate more to Morph in 97.
Yeah, no, they did a better job on that for sure.
Yeah.
What they lacked on Wolverine, they gave it to him.
It's true. And I don't, it's so upsetting that I'm not going to say so upsetting. It's such a first world problem talking about a cartoon here, but it's such a bummer that the character they missed was Wolverine, because like Beast is really good.
There
There you go.
Nice.
That's a dope Iron Man.
Yeah,
Like,
beautiful.
that's a legit dope Iron Man.
And I love it, but I wish they would have never put the other Iron Man in the background, which is like another comic, because on the actual comic of this cover, it's a building, like he's flying straight up. It's the buildings and stuff, shows the road.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just kind of throws it off. But I'm still happy to have an Alex Ross Iron Man in here.
So
I'm
I'll say
definitely
that
going to be taking that.
that's my criticism of this annual set, is that the backgrounds are not good.
Yeah.
Like the Luke Cage one is Luke Cage in front of, or Nick Fury is Nick Fury in front of Nick Fury's eye patch. Like it's just a bit too busy, Like that's cool.
Yeah.
I like the variant one, but a lot of these backgrounds are a bit busy for me.
Yeah, sometimes simplicity is the best.
That's right.
Nice. Okay, let's go and move on from those.
Man, I was just been thinking about them doing a reboot of the Spider-Man cartoon, and then I started thinking about a reboot of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cartoon.
Oh man.
And I was
Wow.
like, come on, like someone's got to do this for me, like please.
Please, I know. What were your thoughts when you first seen Spider-Man?
The cartoon as a kid.
Oh no, as like when he popped up in the '97. Maybe giving a little too much, but
What did I think? I think that I'm glad to see that they're sticking to the script in the sense where there's lots of crossover. I like seeing lots of characters show up, and I enjoy the fact that, like, just like the card sets, the characters are popping up everywhere. I love it.
yeah. So what was your first introduction to Marvel cards or comics when you were a child?
So my first introduction to the Marvel card world was 94 Masterpieces. In the schoolyard, I remember one of the kids at school had them, and I couldn't believe it. I always loved to draw. That's one of my first memories, is drawing. There you go. You already get that one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. One of my first memories is drawing, and I was really drawn to those cards when I saw somebody have them. And I decided that I was going to grab up a couple of them. I mean, I might have opened like 3 packs. I never had cards as a kid. That like wasn't a priority in my family growing up. But I never really forgot about them. I drew so many of those cards, and I remember.
Oh. This one has something in it.
Are you kidding me? Did you just hit a?
I don't think it's a sketch or anything like that, but I think it's one of those. It's bagged, so I don't know which ones those are.
Okay, let's do this here. Let's focus here.
Let's see. Oh, there it is, right there.
Very cool. 8 of 25.
Wow,
That's really cool.
one's out of here. I'll probably take it out of that, but
What's this insert called?
I think these are those. Oh yeah, crystal clear. There it is. Yeah, crystal
Very
cool. And I love cards.
I've never pulled a sleeved card out of a pack before.
And that one felt like heavier when I picked it up, but I was like, nah, that's probably just me. But I forgot they have actual plexis in here.
That's
8
really
of 25. Pretty cool. Really
That's
cool.
a low number for a big set.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's why I was happy to see that they did do some lower numbers.
Yeah.
Like, I seen somebody pull a Doom 101 the other day, and I was like, what? Wow. Yeah, the purple is a beautiful card.
I know a few guys that collect Doom.
Yeah, I know a couple people too.
Yeah, I've had a couple on it. Yeah. I think most guests I have on actually collect Doom.
Yeah, that's all. They're all fighting over the same cards, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
And you know, I gotta say, the guy Doom card, right?
Yeah.
So, his voice, he needs to go in radio or something, man. He could make a lot of money, man. He has a unique voice, bro.
He really does. You know, Doom is just one of the nicest men you'll ever meet. He's just a pleasure to deal with. And he finds me cards sometimes too. He's really, really cool.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
Do you want to, if that's the second one you've pulled of that Dazzler, do you want to add that to my pile?
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you so
Whatever
much.
ones you see, you just let me know.
Man, I really appreciate that. I actually really like that Dazzler card. Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah, my daughters collect Dazzler as well.
Nice.
They're big Swiftie fans, so
I was gonna say that's yeah, big Swiftie fan in my family as well.
let's see, there it is. There we go. Spirit Rider.
Cool. This is so fun to what do we got here? Another one of these. Oh, that's a good.
This one's really nice.
It's really cool. Yeah, I like this. Here does it for me.
Yeah, she's my PC character, so.
Oh, wicked. Okay.
Female.
I love that. Sorry, I didn't even ask you that, but I wondered because you put one aside earlier, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
This makes sense now.
I figured I'd go with, if I can't really collect Wolverine like the way I want to, I'm gonna collect her.
Great idea. I mean, so on the topic of that, so many people get caught up collecting such a top tier character that it hinders their collection. And Iron Man's a big character too. But it's great to have a couple different people that you're after because there's always something for you then.
Yes, for sure.
There's always something.
That one. Next. And I'm sorry, did you ever have all these Spider-Man toys and stuff like that when you were growing up? Like, is that something that you wished you had?
Didn't. I grew up on an island, and I had don't get me wrong, we had toys and all that, but I remember seeing the cards. I never had a whole lot of them as a kid, and there's a cool Jubilee. That's cool.
Yep, really like that.
We love the Jubilee's a character I would definitely consider at some point having a small collection of. All of the X-Men I would consider having a small collection of. But
yeah, Jubilee, I that's the character that reminds me of my fiance, or my wife now. So I want to start collecting her just because of that reason.
And that's a good card to have then for you.
Yeah, for sure.
But so as a kid, I loved all this stuff, but I didn't have very much of it. And then in 2012, I got eBay and I started collecting cards again. And that's when I kind of started buying up things in my childhood that I didn't have, like Super Nintendo and normal Nintendo and Marvel cards and old skateboards that I remember skateboarding as a kid, but I wanted to have it unskated to display on my wall and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So 2012 was the jump off year for me for that stuff. It's cool, Thor.
Maria Hill. Yeah, so I asked that because when I was younger, we grew up poor, but my cousins, their dad would always buy them. You know, they weren't together. Their mom and dad weren't together. But every time they would like go with their dad, they'd come back with all these toys, different stuff, like just Pogs. You're talking, you know, G.I. Joes, Transformers, whatever you could think of, they had it. And I was really like, it sucked getting hand-me-downs, but getting hand-me-downs from them, they gave me all their old toys, so I could relate to all those 80 toys because that's all I got from them. Even though I wasn't born in the 80s, you know, like I still got to enjoy those toys like if I was born in the 80s. Beautiful Scarlet Witch.
I'm really into this variant cover set. If I were going to put together an insert set of this, that would be definitely what I would choose.
And so, yeah, that's how I remember when I was a kid. One day, my tia just gave me a big old tub full of just toys and then a big old box full of comics. And that's that was my introduction to comics when I was a kid. And I remember clearly I had the first appearance of Silver Surfer in there.
And very cool.
That book just stood out to me for some reason. And you would think that would be like my favorite character. I love Silver Surfer, but Wolverine was just something else because all my older cousins liked him too. So like, you know, I looked up to them, so I kind of liked Wolverine. My dad loved Wolverine, so kind of followed in their footsteps.
Yeah. Very cool. You know, I love how these collecting cards, it's nostalgia. There's a nostalgia factor to it. But we still get to be excited about them today because the artwork carries over. It like lasts that test of time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I'm just as interested in the artwork today as I am of the artwork of the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah.
Like with Dan DeSantos doing his recent MM set and like Miles Wolf doing some of the platinum cards. Just like there's a lot of great art today that I'm sure will stand the test of time over the next 40 years as well.
Yeah, and you know, I went to a Comic-Con last year and I got to meet Joe Jusko. Cool. I was selling there and he was selling like a booth away from me. And just the humble guy, man. Just one of the coolest guys. Every morning I'd wake up to go. We'd get there early to set up and stuff. He'd be right there, just like drinking his coffee or something. And we would sit down and he would just tell me stories, tell me, you know, his reasonings, why he went with this color or why he painted this. And he's just one of the coolest. Oh, there we go.
That's a nice card.
Spidey hit.
Yeah, Spidey hit, exactly. I'm so glad to hear that you have that review of Jusko. Like, you know, I've never met Joe Jusko. I've never communicated with him, but I love his artwork. And to hear that he's like a cool guy as well is always so refreshing. Oh,
yeah. And so I got a couple things signed by him. And, of course, we're all busy. And, you know, he's signing a lot. But in the morning, we have like around an hour and a half, 2 hours before we open the Comic-Con. And I would just sit there and talk to him. He would say, hey, bring me some stuff to sign. Bring me more cards. And I wish I was more into cards at that time to be able to ask him. But I did get 2 cards signed by him.
Cool. Is this the last pack?
Yes, last pack Magic right here.
Thank you so much for sharing these 2 hobby boxes with all of us. We really appreciate it.
Oh, yes. No problem. No problem. Let's see. Let's get a Sabretooth. Come on.
Printing one more Sabretooth printing plate. Let's go.
One more Sabretooth.
That's cool that you're collecting X-23 and Iron Man, because I don't know anyone who collects those, so I can definitely, whenever I pull those, I'll think of you. I'll strike a pile.
You're the only Sabretooth collector I know, so you'll know all my cards will be going to you.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem. Agatha Harkness.
That's a cool one.
You're right. I might as well just collect the whole set of this one.
You should. Yeah, you got
quite a bit of these here. Queen Goblin.
Nice.
And Storm.
That's a great Storm.
Yeah, it is. Beautiful Storm. And then, can't go wrong with that. I'll take
there you go.
That.
all day long.
There we go. Those are the 2 boxes. Did
Wow.
pretty good here. Let's review the hits real fast.
Yeah.
Let's just take a look here.
That crystal clear, I think, was your
Oh,
big hit.
yeah, for sure. So we have crystal clear here. Iron Fist, number 8 of 25.
Yeah.
We did get this one. I know it's not a crazy big hit, but for me, it's a good hit.
Anytime you pull your PC, that's a good day.
Oh, yeah. We did get, and I almost forgot, we also pulled the
auto. I
the
forgot about
signature.
Wolverine auto. Yeah,
The auto, and
you gotta do the hit recap. That's why. Yeah, that's
yep,
good.
for sure.
I think you did really good out of 2 boxes, just buying 2 rando boxes, and hitting the crystal clear and auto, and all of this stuff. I'd say you won.
Yeah, for sure. I think we did pretty good. You definitely got some saber-tooth cards. I'm glad you were able to get those. And also, I wanted to say before, so pretty much, I'm going to be sending you, I know you said you like those 2.
I
Those
love
2 comics are yours. The one behind it, this
man.
one, and I have 3 other comics I'm going to pull out for you that I know you're going to like.
Oh,
and
thank
so those
you
are all yours.
so much.
That's why I pulled them out. I'm like, if I could be the one to get him started on his comic book and help him get his collection, I would love to do that. So
That is so
those are all
nice of you. Donnie, thank you so much, man.
Hey, no problem.
You're the best, man. What have you started? What on earth have you started?
Oh, when you get the package, you're gonna see, and then I know. Then you just write me and tell me, oh man, why'd you do this to me?
What have you done? Oh man, no, thank you so much. That's incredibly nice of you. There's one thing I want to ask you. You have an amazing piece in the background there, that Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
Want to just talk to us real quick about that? I noticed that you posted it recently.
Yeah, I actually just got this. That's why I brought it out right here.
Yeah.
See. I brought it out because I pretty much everything that's kind of right here is new. That I just wanted to show off some of the new stuff I got.
Yeah, totally.
I do have the card to go with it, and like I said, I got this card on Whatnot, just random. I love the Wolverine, so I said, I'll buy it. I think I bought it for like $10, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Very cool.
And just getting an idea of it. So the prelim, which is this here.
Wow.
They did 3 different prelims, and this is the only one that actually looks like the actual image of the card. So I thought that was
come
pretty
across
cool.
the thing.
I actually traded somebody in the hobby, Henry. I don't know if you guys know who Henry is, but I seen it on one of his Whatnot streams and asked him if he was interested in trading. So I ended up trading him 2 cards for this here.
Wow. Well, congratulations. That's a really cool piece to have.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm a big original art collector as well. I have John Romita Sr. page of Spider-Man.
Wow.
John Romita Jr. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Neil Adams.
Very, very cool. Yeah, that's really neat. This was a lot of fun. We're gonna have to do this again sometime.
Oh, for sure, man. I appreciate you, letting me hop on here and share the experience with everybody else out there. And it's always fun to open cards with friends,
Absolutely.
So I definitely was glad that, we did go through with that.
Yeah, it worked out really, really well. And we're gonna, like we said, we're gonna have to do this again sometime. That was my first look at Marvel Annual. I know it's a lot of people's first look at the new Marvel Annual, so thank you for that. I'm going to leave Donnie's information in the description down below. Please go follow his Instagram. Tons of cool stuff over there. Great card collector, great comic collector, lots of stuff going on. Let's make sure we follow over there. Anything you want to end on, Donnie?
No, just thank you. I appreciate it. It's fun to open it, like I said, with friends and, making new friends. One thing I am glad to see that crossed over from comics is to help each other out. Like with comics, I give comics. I know this person collects this Venom run. I'll pick them up for them. Like, let's just all be good to each other and we'll all have fun doing this,
Oh, it's well said. Very well said. This is a super fun hobby with really great people in it. And I'm so glad you're a part of it. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, I thank you. I appreciate it, man. You have
All
a
right.
good one, okay?
We'll
Take care.
chat soon.